This is the Spartan Body and Mind Podcast. I'm your host, Seth Winterhalter. Again, back for a second edition of Mindset for Fitness and Health. This comes from some interactions with some people on the Spartan Body and Mind Facebook group. I encourage you to join. Search Spartan Body and Mind Facebook on Facebook and join the group. It's free to join and join the other people trying to get after it, trying to create healthy rhythms and habits when it comes to physical, their nutrition, their activity, their recovery, as well as mindset. Doing a lot of work. And that's really what we're doing today. We're looking at mindset for fitness and health. You can check out the previous podcast where I talked about no-think habits when it comes to nutrition, activity, and recovery. Today, I want to talk about mindset for fitness and health when it comes to motivations. This is what I often hear is, I just don't have the motivation. How do I create the motivation to specifically work out? So before I get into that, let me encourage you, if you're watching this on YouTube, would you subscribe? Would you, when you're done listening to this podcast, would you comment below and tell us some of the things you took away, some of the things that maybe you're going to put into place in your life so that you can see growth, so you can see development, so you can become physically healthy, mentally sharp. If you're listening to this on podcast, would encourage you to rate us. Go to Apple and rate us, leave a 5-star review, and drop a comment. That helps the algorithms let more people know about us, and we want to continue to share the word, the good word of the Spartan program so that others can have their minds, their bodies, right, become physically fit. All right, let's jump into the topic. Motivating motivations. How do I have motivations that actually motivate me? This kind of comes from how many of you follow on social media, whatever social media platforms you're on Facebook, you're on Instagram, you're on the TikToks, you're on Twitter, whatever you're at, LinkedIn, I guess. How many of you follow social media accounts purely for the sake of motivation? I was actually surprised when I joined TikTok, I think I've been on for like a year, how many motivation accounts there are. Like just so many accounts that do nothing but share quotes and share, even how many are even called like motivational quotes, motivational speeches. These things. And why are we drawn to that? Why are we drawn to these quotes and these speeches? It's because we're looking for something to fire us up. We're looking for something to motivate us, to compel us to action. Here's the problem with external motivation. It's very fleeting. Why? Because there's no real connection. There's no real connection to you. Something might strike you. You might hear something and have an emotional response to that, but it has no real connection to you. It's not you thinking that. It's not you really feeling that. It's not you. You're hearing something general. You're not hearing something that really hits you particularly and specifically to your situation. That's why real motivations are effective motivations. Real motivations, I believe, are internal. Sure, we can be inspired and motivated by external things, but just know that they're very fleeting. You'll continue to have to go to that well real often because you're bringing a little tiny pail. If you want real motivations, then look internally. So that's what I want to do today. I want to guide you through how would I encourage you to find some deep internal motivations when it comes to working out. Here are 3 things. Number 1, I want you to go look in the mirror. Go look in the mirror. Take your shirt off. Take your pants off. Look at your legs. Look at your body. Look at your torso. Look at your chest. If you have a really weird bathroom with a bunch of clown mirrors in it, look at your back. Look at your body. And ask yourself this. Do you like what you see? Do you like what you see? If you don't, then tell yourself this has to change. This has to change. And why? Why does it have to change? Right? That's now we're digging deep. It's not just this has to change. Why does it have to change? Why? And this is going to be different for each of you. This is why now we're moving to an internal motivation, not an external. External is right. You look in that mirror. This has to change. Okay, well, Does it though? Now it's moving from external to internal. Why does it have to change for you? Does it have to change for you because you don't like the way? And why don't you like it? Do you not like it because you know that you could look better, healthier, that you could be fitter, stronger? That if you lost 25 pounds, you wouldn't look so fluffy and pudgy? That you'd fit in your clothes better? You'd just look sharper. You'd feel more confident. How about this? How about not just vanity's sake? How about mobility's sake? You'd sleep better. Some of that heavy sleep apnea might go away. Some of that joint pain might subside. You get some flexibility back. You wouldn't be so nervous to get down on the ground with your kids, grandkids. You wouldn't be so discouraged when you go to put on your socks or tie your shoes and you feel like you ran a marathon. Number one, you want a real motivation? Go look in the mirror and ask yourself, do you like what you see? And if you don't, ask yourself why. Why for you? Not for anyone else. Why for you do you have to make a change? Number two, what's another way we can create a real motivation, an internal motivation when it comes to working out, when it comes to being physically fit? Look at your progress. This is why I encourage people every morning, do two things. The first thing, the thing that you should do above all others, is take a picture. Open up your phone, take a picture of you in your mirror, right? Shirt off. Clothes on. You don't have to be totally naked, right? You can keep your underwears on. But take a picture and use that. I'm telling you, there's something so radically encouraging. When I hardly ever took pictures. I don't want to look at myself. So embarrassed. So disappointed. So body dysmorphia, right? And when I did, a couple years ago, I did the Transformation Challenge that a supplement company put on. And every week you had to turn in pictures, multiple pictures in different, right, front pose, side pose, back pose. You had to send in these pictures. And so I got used to taking weekly pictures. And I'm telling you, at the end of that 8 weeks, to look back at week 1 and then look at week 8 is like, whoa, look at that. It was so encouraging. It was so inspiring, so motivating to then go, I want more of that. And so I want to encourage you, capture your story, capture your journey, capture who cares how embarrassed you are? And that's motivating too, because it's going to change. You're motivated now to make a change. I'm taking a picture now. I'm disgusted with it. I'm unsatisfied with it. I'm upset at it, but I'm going to make a change. Take a progress picture every morning. Same shot, same mirror. Take a progress picture and watch you change. Super motivating. How about this? How about a workout log? How about a workout log where you are logging, right? Look at your progress. I have a pretty good memory, so I don't use a log. I just know, like, I keep pretty good track in my mind of where I'm increasing at in weight. But if you write that down, that's huge encouragement to watch. And if you don't, if you just go into the gym and kind of lift, well, no wonder you're not motivated. You're not seeing the change. But when you keep track of those things, when you keep track of what exercises, how much time you take off between them, how much weight, how many reps, you're going to be encouraged. You're going to go, no, there it is. There's the growth. You're going to be motivated to try to beat it. You're going to be motivated to lift more. You're going to be motivated to get after it. Number one, go look in the mirror. Number two, look at your progress. Take progress pics. Look at your workout logs. See your growth. Fight for more growth. Number three, look at the reality. Sometimes I think we're so tempted by what's comfortable that we forget what's good. Let me say that again. Sometimes we get so tempted by what we think is comfortable, we forget what is actually good. Think about this. you're tempted. How many of you are tempted to come home from work and just crash on the couch and watch Netflix? Hey, there's nothing wrong with unwinding, right? There's nothing wrong with unwinding and vegging out and watching a show and just kind of decompressing. There's nothing wrong with that. But let me tell you, your life isn't changing for the good because you do that. Now, relaxation is good, but no one's watching, right, some sitcom, dramatic mystery thriller show and being like, my life is forever changed. I mean, maybe if you're going to become the next, Stephen King or Spielberg, right? You're going to go into that field maybe, but that's not us. So what will change your life is going to the gym. So what's comfortable is just going home and crashing and watching Netflix. What's uncomfortable is going to the gym. But think about the reality. The reality is I'm not really getting a whole lot out of the crash and the Netflix. I am getting some significant things out of the gym. The gym feels good, right? The pain point is getting to the gym, but when you're at the gym, you feel good. After you're at the gym, you feel good. No one, you might not have the best workout session. I'm telling you, I never go to the gym. I'm like, that was a waste of time. Ever. Love the gym. Love activity. It's this place where I just don't think about anything else. My mind is just free to think about the weights, to think about growth, to think about, feeling physically fit. And here's the other thing, you can connect with people. And I'm kind of an introvert at the gym. I don't go to the gym to socialize. In fact, I kind of make it a point for no one to know me. And that was probably because for the last 20 years, I've been such a public figure I was a pastor. And so I felt like my entire life was just people always, people always seeing me, kind of on. So whenever I'm around people, it felt like I was working. So the gym became a place where I didn't feel like I didn't have to work. I didn't have to be anyone for anyone. Anything for anyone. I could just be me, and I could just kind of go into my world and go into my head. And so it was so even as an introvert though, people are around, you can give the nod, you give the encouragement. Most gyms, I think people are afraid. They're like, oh, I'm so intimidated to go to the gym. People know things and I look stupid. And most gyms, people want to help you. I don't know anyone. Well, maybe. I saw someone yesterday. That's so odd. I saw someone yesterday I've never seen before, and he looked like a character out of what's the very Gran Turismo? Is that the video game with the car racing? He looked like he came out of that game. I was just like, this guy was so Toonville. I was just like, sometimes I think we live in a simulation. We live in the Matrix, and some people are just simulations. The robots create them. He was a total robot creation. I mean, you couldn't have made someone more ridiculous. He probably wouldn't have been nice to you, but you never know. Maybe even he would have been nice. I think most people are nice. Most people, especially if they are serious about fitness, they want other people to benefit, right? I try not to go correct people. I don't want to, again, I want kind of the gym time for me, but I want people to lift well. I want people to not get hurt. I want people to, see growth. And so I will at times, go up to people and politely and with encouragement, try to encourage them to lift maybe in some ways that are better form. You get more out of it. But I will, if anyone asks me, I want to help. So just encourage you. The gym usually is a cool environment. There's a good feel there, a good vibe there. Even as an introvert, you can still kind of feel a connection to people. You get to know the same kind of people. You see the same people day in and day out, especially those who are serious about getting fit. So look at the reality of it. The gym feels good. It's a good place. And enjoy the moment, right? Enjoy the moment of the gym. There's just something about that gym time, right? There's the battle, the weights, the feel, the sweat, those are real motivations for me. I'm motivated to go to the gym because I always feel good during it and I always feel good after it. And it's somewhere where I know Only I expect things from me, right? I don't go to the gym and people expect things out of me. I don't have to perform for people. I just get to be me. And so I'd encourage you, if you're struggling with motivations, maybe here are 3 things you can think about. First, go look in the mirror and you ask yourself why. Why do you need to change? Why do you need to become healthy? Use those as driving forces to get you into the gym, to get you into a habit of prioritizing your health. Number 2, look at your progress. This is why it's important to take progress pics. It's important to do a workout log. I was going to say every morning you should take a picture and you should note your weight. But again, I don't want you chasing a weight on the scale. I want you, but it's good to use that, right? It tells a story. If you need to lose a lot of weight, it tells a story. It's one of the tools to use, and that can be an encouragement. I just wouldn't use it as a primary tool because it can also be a discouragement and can feed you false information. But look at your progress. And number 3, look at the reality. The gym's a good place. Activity is a good thing. You go for a walk, it's always good. You always feel better. I just don't know. I don't know when I've done something physically active in my life and I've been like, man, that was a waste of time. I just don't think that's really a reality. I think we were meant to be active. We were meant to use these bodies as vessels to enjoy life. So go get after it. If you need motivation, again, the quotes, the accounts, the social, the pictures, right? They're good. They're good. There's nothing wrong with those. I would just encourage you that those are kind of like, right? That's like dessert. Don't make those motivations the primary diet that's feeding your motivations. Do internal work. Do some internal work that you can really own. You don't need those. You're not relying on the diet of those auxiliary motivations, those external ones. You're looking internally. So, again, this is why the Spartan program that we have, a 90-day program, transforming your mind. Yes, we're going to transform your body. We're going to get after your nutrition. We're going to get after your activity. We're going to have to get after your recovery, the way you sleep, the way you rest. But really, the thing that sets this program apart is we go after your mind, right? I have 20 years of working with people's minds, working through limiting beliefs, distorted beliefs, helping them prioritize, helping them set rhythms and habits, creating in them the self-belief that they can change, they can transform. So I want to encourage you, if you're in a place where it's not enough to just, get a personal trainer indefinitely, to do this thing indefinitely, to be a part of. If you want actual change, I want to encourage you, go to thespartanprogram.com, thespartanprogram.com, and think seriously about reaching out to us and seeing if you would be a good candidate for a 90-day total transformation of body and mind. Until the next time, go join the Facebook group, Spartan Body and Mind, and we will see you there.